Yeah, welcome to the burn barrel, baby. We're doing it like that. We're filming. We're recording. That's what we're doing. Welcome to the burn barrel with your boy, Average Joey, aka Joey Leonard, aka do whatever it takes to get her done. Welcome back. It's been a hot minute here on the burn barrel. You know what I'm saying? Been doing a lot of things. I've been rolling right along. You know what I'm saying? Been doing my thing here at the shop. I got it all set up. By no means do I have it actually set up. I'm just saying, like, in terms of, I don't have it all set up. So, I mean, I know I said I have it all set up, but I don't have it all set up. You see what I'm saying? But we got it set up, and we're just doing our thing, man. You know, got the coffee maker in the back that my daughter got me. That's pretty cool because I like coffee. I haven't drank in almost 80 days. I believe it's 80 days now, today, or 79 or some shit like that, or maybe 81. I lost count. I've been drinking a lot of water and a lot of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Haven't said all that, man, dude. Hey, look, Mullet Gang, my clothing company, I moved it into the store from my house. Remember, I had it in my house there, and I moved it into the store. And it's better to have a lot more space because I can do a lot more stuff. Like, I'm set up here in the back corner of my room here, and I got the camera pointing at me over here, and I got the audio recording. And then over in that space over there, I got the thing where I make the shirts. I got this over here where I got the shirts stockpiled at, more or less just piled up right now. But yeah, stockpiled. And then I got a couple of empty rooms. I'm going to put the screen printer in here. I know I keep talking about this mythological screen printer. You don't know what it takes to get it all set up. Sounds easy. I'm not going to get into details, but I've had some setbacks. We're going to get that done, and then I'll have a screen printer out there. But up in that front part, I'm just going to have some retail, like an area that we can retail, sell things to people, and that's cool. Starting to run out of voice here, dude. Hey, look, I'll tell you one thing. I had to cancel my fucking shows today and tomorrow because I had some personal shit going on. And that's one of them things where you almost want to tell everybody what it is so they would just be like, oh, okay, we understand. But at the same time, it's one of those things that you don't have to explain to people. They all got refunded and stuff like that. It wasn't a whole lot of people. Nevertheless, but I don't like doing that shit. That's the first time I've ever done that. It's the first time I've ever had to do that. We'll try not to make that a habit ever again. But we had to get it done this weekend. All the rest of the shows are a go that are on my fucking tour. Other than that, man, I've just been chilling. Dealing with a couple of things behind the scenes. Now I'm talking about. Made a Facebook post that was a little edgy the other day. Now, when I saw this motherfucker, this Facebook post, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe that the dude would put that on there. And then I went to the comments to see, who said what or whatever, and then all of a sudden I realized that I misread it. like everybody else did. And I don't know what mind fuck twist that it did there, or that it has, on you right there. But the general person, the average person, gets it wrong. They think it says vaccination. So the post said, I support mandatory I'm over here fucking it up. It said, I support mandatory vacations. And people were like losing their mind. I lost legit. I still probably lose lost a few more today, and I'll probably it'll trickle down. I refuse to delete the post now just because fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, people are too sensitive, man, because it got me and I thought it was funny, so I shared it. And it blatantly says, spelling, syllables, everything, blatantly says, I support mandatory vacation. And once people realized what they'd done, most of the people, they were like, oh shit, okay, haha. And then, I had a lot of shares or whatever and a lot of interactions, but a lot of negative bullshit. Got messages over it. That was a fun time right there dealing with those. But when you do this kind of shit right here, man, you're asking for it. At some point I kind of sold out and really got out there with the people that follow my page, and I just put my phone number out there, or I answer back on comments and stuff like that. I used to not do that, but I just felt the need to interact with them sometimes, and I read some of the shit they write. So now it's become kind of habit. I'm gonna kind of try to step off of that because it's time consuming. It's really fucking time consuming. But just the shit people were saying on that post, man. It's like, how could you get that fucking wrong to begin with, like I did? And then once you see that you got it wrong, or some of these people didn't even see that they got it wrong. They like went down with the ship. Like they were like, yeah, fuck you anyways. Like, you're a fucking liberal. You probably voted for Biden or all this shit, right? Like, I knew I should have unfollowed this page a long time ago, you fucking clown. Like, legit, like, hateful ass, like, really bad stuff. And I'm like, well, that's not cool. But at the same time, I'm not going to take down the post because it's my fucking page. It's where I decided one day that I was going to, because look, I'm not here by fortune. I am here by fortune. Don't get that twisted. But when I say here, where the fuck am I? I'm in the corner of a room that I rented. Don't get it twisted like I'm on some kind of high up there, up on the hill or something like that. I talk from a real down here position, not elevated. I don't even know what I was going on about with that, but basically I'm saying to you that I don't even know. Who gives a fuck? We'll edit all that part out. I've lost my train of thought. I got a bad case of ADHD there. I just know that people get too goddamn sensitive about dumb shit, and then that's when it goes haywire. Like, why do people react so fast? I'm guilty as charged, man. I'm not asking like I said, from an elevated position, but why do people react so fast? What happens there where in our minds we're like, we heard the word mandatory, like when we read it, it was like it said mandatory, so we were like, fuck that. Mandatory my ass crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was it had people fucking pissed, dude. Oh, I refuse to take it down. I think that people need to be better at being a human. I've done a lot of shit in my life, but basically I feel like life for us is strange anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird to be alive. I've always thought that in my life, just about my entire life. Like, why are we alive? I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I wonder what would happen if like could you just ball up the universe like a paper ball and then just throw it away? Like, I remember thinking that when I was a kid, like, what the fuck is this for? And that was natural. But I think that while we're here, sorry, man, let me clear my fucking throat again. I'm over here talking too damn much. I need to have a guest on here ASAP so they can talk some. Fill up the 30 minutes with me. because I'm basically going to stick to those 30-minute podcasts. But yeah, being a better human, back to being a better human, ADHD. I feel like just because we didn't ask to be who we are, we just have to embrace it and stuff like that. We see other shit out there like that we're not used to or whatever. It's natural to conflict, you know what I mean? But to be so wound up, like just to be so fucking wound up to where somebody can put a Facebook post, which means absolutely dick. But for them to be so wound up and then, you know, cuss me the fuck out, dude. Like, I'm talking about fucking let me have it. And then go right back and be like, oh, that's my bad. Or something, like I said, some of them didn't. They were just like, that, fuck you anyways. That means the world's chaotic right now, man. You know, you got to control yourself. Everything's always changing. I always think about the timeline of the country. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people in this motherfucking place. Like 100 years ago, there was only like 10 million or 9 million like registered people in America. Like 100 years ago. Is that crazy? And then now there's like hundreds of millions. I can hear the air conditioner just kicked on. Oh, that's going to annoy the fuck out of me. We're going to have to hold on. And let me cut that off for a second. Stand by. Oh, hell. I don't know. Fuck it. That was a waste of time right there. That's all right, though. We back in the stack, baby. We talking about controlling yourself. I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember. Controlling yourself during this weird times that we're living in. This 336 million American pot of people. See, because humans were fucking weird anyways, like I said. Like, when you put us together, like, typically I feel like most humans just want to, like, grow older and go into their own little world. You got, you know, those people that hang out with other people throughout their lives and stuff like that. But for the most part, people just kind of go into their own little... And that's part of some people's little world, is hanging out with other people. But they go into their little thing. And when you fuck with that, it makes people, you know, lose their ever-loving fucking mind. I know the whole reason that we're free, you know, us being free and everything, and them talking about making the vaccination mandatory so they can get rid of the virus and stuff like that. And you got a lot of people that are on that, you know, on that side or whatever, that are like, you know, basically they're like, we should do it. And then you got other people that are like, fuck that, man. And that's how wound up we are over this shit, because the world's changing. And there's a lot of people here. Now, me personally, I don't want to get banned from YouTube or Spotify or anything. But I feel like, ain't it weird how the people that are pushing like population control and shit like that are the people behind wanting you to get a shot? They're just like, oh, it's all good. Like, why is it such a no-brainer and nobody's even saying or doing anything? They're just like, oh, you know, they're probably right. No. They wanted to off us, so, you know, because there's a lot of us. The population control, the term population control came from somewhere. You know what I mean? It came from somewhere because that's what they're trying to do. Now, I'm not trying to scare you. That doesn't mean run out and freak out and start building a bunker. I mean, you could. There's nothing wrong with that. But definitely start paying a little bit more attention, man, because these motherfuckers really think they got us by the balls, but they are forgetting. And when I say this, I mean this. They're forgetting that we are the Americans. They're just the American government. Like that, we're who they govern, because we vote them in and we let them do that, and we let them do, because they know that the majority of people, are law-abiding citizens, and they'll listen and they'll do what they're supposed to do, and without question, and then they know that the ones that won't will get overpowered if they can scare enough of the ones that will. So they do a lot of different shit out here trying to control us. Most important thing you got to do is control yourself during these times and pay attention. Live a lot in the moment is what I like to tell people, especially during these weird times, because times are changing. It's a no-brainer. We got fucking museums that we put shit in. We got antique tags that we put on cars after so many years. Shit changes. And we literally came from riding in buggies, pulled by horses. Now we're driving fucking Ferraris and Lambos and Bugattis, flying a dick spaceship to the moon. That's pretty cool. But shit's changing. So don't be scared of change is what I say. Embrace it. Just never forget where you came from. Never forget where you came from along the process. Just grow with it. You're not going to stop change. If you were born in 2000, 1990, 1980, 1970, 1960, 1950, 1940, I don't give a fuck when you were born. If you're still alive, right about meow, then you're living in these times. In these times, right now. Do your part. Be your best human that you can be. And, I mean, it'll work out. Like, I've done some shitty ass shit. I've done some shitty ass shit. From, lusting, hardcore, gambling, cheating, lying, stealing, anything you could think of. But at the same time, as I've grown older, I've tried to kind of pay attention to my surroundings and where I came from and what I'm doing and why I have the inclinations that I have. Like, because we catch up with ourselves sometimes and we're like, why the fuck am I like this? Like, a lot of people will ask, like, why is this dude an asshole? Or why is this person like this? Or what? And a lot of times we ask ourselves that, like, why am I like this? I don't know. It just comes from the earth. The natural earth gives us all different inclinations to be different things. And it gave us different color skins and different shit. And that's some real hippie shit right there. But I just feel like we should live in these moments with high heads and not let anybody tell us what's best for us. We know naturally in our hearts what's best for us as parents, as humans. Whenever we're born, obviously a baby can't fend for itself and start eating and grow out. So we don't make it past, if somebody doesn't take care of us when we're a baby, we don't make it. But once we get, like, our thumbs are working, once our thumbs are set up and they're working and we can put it together with our index fingers and we can start grabbing things and doing things, then we are on autopilot. But I think it's natural for us to be held and to be loved, throughout the process. And that's why when some people aren't, it hurts them and it hurts their process, their world that they're living in, And then that's where the anger comes from. Like when I put up a post that says, I support mandatory vacation. Now, you could have read that as mandatory vaccination, but you're a fuckface if you did. And you kept going with it. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You're not a fuckface if you did. You're a fuckface if you kept going with it after you did. But it blatantly says that I support mandatory vacations. And I don't mean like they should just give everybody vacation so like all the shit's clogged up when they're on vacation, because nobody likes that. That's why some people go on vacation at different times or whatever. I'm just saying, you know, there should be like, hey you, like it's your week to go the fuck and have a vacation. Like none of this other shit matters. It's mandatory. Get your ass out here and go vacation. Go vacay, compadre. We're on the edge with all this COVID. I know that flying is weird. Doing that's weird. The fact that like all the drive-thrus, like all the fast food places and shit like that, they're like hiring. You know, they were hiring before. Don't get that. That's you know, they're hiring. Like, and they're paying decent money, and they're like, hey, like, we need people. And then all the other places are hiring too. And I know that sounds fucked up because I'm sitting here doing this, trying to do this podcast and trying to do my comedy and sell my clothes and my hats and all my little cool little stuff like that or whatever. I'm just trying to make something out of nothing. Truth be told, I'm using a borrowed camera, a space that I'm renting, a painting behind me that I got on accident because I bought a smaller one and they sent the big dope one, so I put it up and it just looks official like a whistle. The wallpaper came with the room, so it just happened to be there. I didn't like invest in that. I just got lucky there. But I did choose this life or whatever, and I feel bad for the people that had to go out and work and do all that shit with the COVID shit. I worked my entire life. Don't get it twisted. My first job was punching off pressure plates of the pads off of pressure plates at the damn clutch exchange in Powder Springs, Georgia when I was 11 years old. You weren't even supposed to be working. There's motherfuckers that can back that up. That was my first real job. Before that, I cut a little grass. Now I smoke a little grass. I like to work. I've always been a hard worker. I've worked hard my entire life. I'm still young, no doubt. I know there's people out there that can trump that and be like, I've worked hard 50, 60 years, whatever. I had to throw it out in there so people just understand that I'm not some fucking clown sitting over here behind the desk that doesn't know what the fuck life's about. You know what I'm saying? I'm barely piecing all this shit together trying to look cool for the camera. I'm just a regular old Joe. And when I say I feel bad for motherfuckers out there working with this COVID shit going on, I actually feel bad because I can only imagine what it's like. I drove in traffic the other day. I drive in traffic a lot when I'm on the interstate, but that's one kind of traffic. You know, you can kind of dip off and get around that. But this shit in the city is fucking twisted. Like, what's really going on with the fucking traffic in the city, man? When I fly out to do these comedy shows and stuff like that, typically get somebody to pick me up or do whatever, but I'll drive my truck to, the airport. And when I drive it to the airport, it's like, holy fuck. So there's people that have to sit in this every day. And I almost forgot what it was like to do that. I used to do that. But actually, I would try to get up early or just go in late as fuck and then just stay late so there was no traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, go early, leave early, or go late, stay late. Or sometimes go late, leave early. That happened a few times. But that's what you can do when you work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That comedy shit's crazy with the COVID because I remember when they shut it down like a year and a half ago. I just did my first open mic. I did my sixth open mic ever. I started that shit a year and a half ago or something like that, almost 2 years ago, in October of 2019, doing the stand-up at this place called The Strand over in Marietta, Georgia. And I think I popped in there a bunch of times. I probably told this story a few times, but not on my podcast, I don't think. But I went in there so many times that finally somebody put my name on the list. And then I had to go up. And then when I went up, I loved it. And then I started going back more. And then by like my fourth or fifth time, the dude was like, hey, come do a show. And I was like, all right. So I started doing the shows. And then I did the shows with the dude Dustin. and then fucking started booking my own shit from there or whatever. And then because COVID hit and it slowed us all down, we had to just get it where we can. But I didn't want to like, because it was so like new and so awesome and it felt so good, I didn't want to like just let it die. And I was already like sucking at life anyways. So COVID didn't really change me that much. I was already sucking. Like I was already just eating shit in life anyways. So it was like brought everybody kind of down to my level. You know, that's fucked up to say that, but yeah. It just like people are like, oh, we don't have no food or no toilet paper, no water. I'm like, yeah, man, welcome to the party, buddy. Use your left hand and some tap water. No, but seriously, I did try and just go for it during COVID with the comedy, and to go back and do the room after everything shut down, because it's different now that everything's opened up. There's a lot of people booking shows and stuff like that, and I'm not on tour with this dude anymore that I was on tour with, so I'm like, nothing's easy. You got to actually like get out here and work for it. You know what I'm saying? Where I thought I was going to get like a lot of people show up to my shows, just based on followers. Like I would have like 1,200 person in one city. I would be like, well, I can surely get like 100 of these people if they're in one city to come to a show, but I couldn't. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. But it is mainly because COVID. A lot of people are not fucking with this shit. They want to come out and support you, but you got to sit back and think. When you ask somebody to come to your comedy show, you got to be like, who am I? Like, why would they? I'm not fucking Eddie Murphy or some shit, or fucking, you know, one of these bigger names or whatever. I'm not name dropping all these comedians, but there's tons of them out there that other people would actually go when they find out that they're in town. Like, oh, we got to go see him, because they want to see him. I'm not like that, but I do have a lot of fun, and to get people to come to the show, you have to translate that somehow. So that just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of time, and I'm not having a tremendous amount of luck bringing people to the shows, but it is what it is. I'm working through that shit, because one thing I do is I don't let stuff like that happen and then me just walk away and be like, maybe it wasn't for me. If I want some shit and I want it bad enough, then I'll fucking just do it. COVID, no COVID, crowd, no crowd, whatever it is. I don't know. I enjoy doing that shit. I do. Going from open mic to right now where I'm at right now with it, though, is kind of it's bittersweet. Unlike my coffee is just bitter. A little black coffee right there. It's bittersweet because of just the process and all the other stuff that goes along with it. I know that if you guys go to like other people's comedy shows and stuff like that, you'll see a lot of people they're really good at it. And I watch a lot of them that are really good at it, and I try to see, you know, just like, what are they doing that's different than me? But one thing that you got to do if you're doing comedy or something like that, it's like singing or anything like that, is you have to be yourself. And translating yourself into actual art form of stand-up is tricky. You got a lot of funny people that can't do stand-up. They can act and they can do other things, or they can not do anything at all and they're just funny in a crowd or whatever. But translating into stand-ups is tricky. It's an art. It truly is an art. And it's something that I definitely enjoy. I think that the more I dig into these little bitty like shows and crap like that, that I'll get better, because when that time happens for me to be able to jump on stage and to do something great, I'll be able to just bam, already have a whole bunch of shit lined up and already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, can you do an hour and a half or whatever? I'm like, yeah. Because I claim that I can do an hour now, but I struggle to get 45 minutes. Doing an hour for me is a lot of crowd work and a lot of ums and a lot of slow time. But I do it. I can do it. I've done it twice. Most of the time I just do a cool like 37 to 45 minutes. You know, unless somebody says, hey, we need an hour. But I feel good with that when I do those, you know. I wish I could get more shows, though. I really do wish I can get more shows in better spots. But that's part of the grind. It just is what it is. Well, nevertheless, we're about to hit our 30-minute mark, and I don't like to go over the 30 minutes, especially not when I'm doing it by myself, because how much can you listen to one motherfucker sit and talk about some dumb ass shit? I love y'all. I do appreciate y'all in every way, shape, form imaginable. And I hope that the world is good to you. I want you to come to my show in Tampa this coming up weekend. I got one before that in Winder. So Winder, Georgia, Saturday at Latin Flavor Steakhouse. I know that sounds crazy, but that's one of the dopest spots around up there, and they have a badass room upstairs that we're going to do a definite sold-out show in. So get your tickets before then. Sunday, I'll be in Tampa, Florida at Side Splitters. You get your tickets at sidesplitters.com. After that, I'm hitting Red Clay or something like that with a couple of boys that I know out here out of Atlanta. That's just going to be a little pop-in. I'm not even headlining or nothing. But then I got Birmingham, Tin Roof, then Minneapolis, and then California, and then Houston. So go to my events or go to my link tree. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see my link tree. It's on there. I don't know how Facebook works when it's on there, but I'm pretty sure I put it on my Facebook somewhere. But if you go on there and if you want to come and just chill with me, hey, look, if you want to come and just chill with me, you can. Just pop into one of them shows right there, get you a ticket. And then as I get better at stand-up comedy and as I get more grounded here in the store and everything like that and better with my life and everything like that, there's a lot going on just like everybody else. We're just trying to, like I said, make it through. But once I get better grounded, then we'll do a little bit bigger and a little bit better. But right now, this is the level that I'm at. I appreciate you guys fucking with me while I'm at this level in my life. And that's genuine love and thanks. And I mean that. And having said that, we'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Love you. Here we go. Number one side. If you don't know the words, you can just. There's that 100 times I sit down in this house while my back's against the wall. So I'ma holler at y'all. I love you. Thank you. The Burn Barrel, Average Joey, and I'm out of here.